And about our chief guest, we have our chief guest here. He is Dr. M. Venkateswararao. He is the Rotary District Governor 3020. He is a dynamic man. He is in a doctor profession. He is a very businessman. Okati Jappalante, he has saw many happy faces. He treated thousands of patients and he saw happy faces on them. And the other part is, he is into Rotary, doctor in Rotary District 3020 and seeing many happy communities here. So I welcome Dr. Venkateswararao to this grand finale. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for coming.
Are you comfortable in Telugu or English? English is more comfortable. Oh, so many of the, I think children participate across India. Yes. Okay, nice. Basically, I am a pediatrician. So I am the relevant person for this meeting, isn't it? That too, it is a chess tournament, isn't it? One thing, as a pediatrician, as a Rotary governor, I want to explain what is the importance of learning other than regular studies. Every child should undergo 6 to 8 education phenomena. One is physical education, second one is mental education, third one is social education, fourth is emotional education, fifth is intellectual education, seventh is digital education, and eighth one is the spiritual education. So most of the times, many of the students, they learn only books, reading books, mugging, writing, passing exams. How many of you believe this one? Everybody will believe. So what about the physical education? How many children regularly participating in 60 minutes of exercise in a day? How many children they are participating 60 minutes in a day, at least 5 days in a week? They are all doing exercise. What is physical education? What are you doing? Dance, good. Any form of exercise for 60 minutes in a day is recommended. For adults it is only 45 minutes. So that is called the physical education. What is mental education? Again, mental education, there are many criteria there. But I don't want to deal because the time is very short. Many people are waiting for awards. So I want to cut short the mental education, spiritual education, emotional education. Every child, because they are winning and losing, most of the children, they are not accepting the failure. It is all because of the emotional intelligence. If the children have that emotion to tolerate the difficult situations, then only the incidence of suicidal tendencies will decrease. So, winning and losing is a matter of pride only. Some children may win by few points, some children may lose by few points. It doesn't mean that the defeated children are not inferior to the, especially for winners. This is called the, and another thing is intellectual education. What is intellectual education? Most of the, even adults also, they got the degrees, MABL, so many degrees. But in the right situation, if somebody needs help, they will not help. So they are only intelligent. They are not intellectuals. So since childhood, if you inculcate the intellectual property in the brain, naturally they will flourish. The other one is digital education. What is digital education? Many of the parents, they are giving mobiles to the children. Is it right or wrong? Wrong or right? Wrong in the sense you don't want to give mobiles to the children. If parents are giving mobiles to the children, what will happen? If any child exposed to the mobile for 18 minutes in a day, the chances of eye defects, the chances of brain immaturity, the chances of dementia, the chances of memory loss, they are all very high if they resort to the mobiles. So children less than 6 years, no mobile. More than 6 years, that too in the presence of parents, if you can allot time, that is called screen time. So there are many adverse effects identified with this mobile. Because every child at least should sleep for at least minimum 10 hours. Adults can sleep for 8 hours. Every child should sleep for 10 hours. What will happen? They see mobile. If any child sees mobile after 8 p.m., they will not get sleep till 11 o'clock and 12 o'clock. It is right phenomenon because whatever blue light emission from the mobile, it enters into the eye, it reduces the melatonin, the hormone required for the good sleep. That is one. Spiritual education, the most important. Spiritual education doesn't mean that praying God. You have to understand the nature. You have to understand the body, mind, soul integration. This is called spiritual education. Any child undergoes all these things, then only they will become genius in the future. So with these few words, I will conclude my talk. Let every child, every parent come here now. I see that every child should be genius in the future. Thank you very much.